Peace, 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 everybody. Peace, Auntie. It's me, the original copper Emperor Helper in the building. How you doing? Ain't seen you in a while, but we finna go in today, and we finna get some of these weird ass dudes. We need to get them out of our community. Today I'm gonna be doing a show. It's gonna be, it's gonna be really in depth, and it's gonna be some real news. Our community has been infiltrated by these financial cults. That's what I call them. They're like these little finance dudes, and they all got the same little background. They all come from the same little cliques, and they've been infiltrating and they've been juicing the whole community for a long time. But see, you know, they can't pull that shit with the cyborg. Now I've been setting traps for these motherfuckers, and I've been observing, and I've been watching them. And today, it's finna get revealed. So I can't say every single trap that I set, cause then that will then they would know how we do it, and how I'm able to catch them, or how they got caught. But first off, let me tell you how you detect. Now, what these guys do is these are finance dudes. And they can go out, what they can do, they can go out and they can get your information. They can get trade lines in your name, and they can open up businesses in your name, and they can do all types of weird stuff with your name. Now, it is a art to this, doing this type of stuff. Now, I don't really know how to do it, but I know people. I know people. Just put it like that. And so what they're going around doing is they going around, and they taking people's information, and they checking them, and they checking their records, they checking their credit scores, and if your credit score and all that shit is good enough, or if it's appealing to them, then what they can do is they can open up little side trade lines. They know the system a little bit, and so they know how to do it undetected, and they know how to do this stuff. Now they've been here for a while. They've been here before. They've been here before I got here, and they still gonna be here. But today I'm gonna shed a light on you weirdos. Okay? Now, a lot of these YouTube platformers and some of the big platforms, they are aware of these guys. They are aware of them. Now, some of them probably even get a little chips on the side, for allowing people to do it to their people. But the guy who you think is the villain, the cyborg, is the guy that's been saving your ass. The guy that's been protecting the community. Now, now, um, this is a time show, and I'm already starting off time. And um, so, but you need to understand how these guys operate. So they operate in these little cliques. They all got similar backgrounds, and it's like a little cult of them. And I don't know if they like what they call them, oath. I don't know if they taking oaths, or I don't know if it's just the culture. They don't say nothing. They all aware of each other. So it's like a secret. It's like a little secret cult. It's like a little secret thing, and they're infiltrating the Aboriginal community. Now they've been around all the communities, so they've been here way before me. I'm way like late in the game. Nobody in the game. But see, but they don't understand. They don't understand how this stuff works. And and first off, let me say, if you are a member of the 5,000 Elite, and you started getting a bunch of obscene phone calls. Oh, this is Rachel for Carter Horowitz Services, and oh, your Google listing, and you start getting a amped up a raised up amount of robocalls. Let me know, cause somebody is going to jail. Y'all niggas is going to jail if y'all messing with the people of the 5,000 Elite. Now, we can't save everybody, and we can't protect everybody, but at least the circle, the little small circle in the little community, at least I'm able to work them off. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and threaten people and act like some gun-toting gangster or nothing, but in all reality, no one's afraid. Okay? No, 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 at least I'm not. So, and so this is what they don't understand. They don't really understand technology. And so when they don't know is when they out searching people's names and searching people's information. What they actually doing is they actually giving that company that person's information. And that company then go and sell their information to another company and so forth and so on. So if I take your information and I go to one of these little websites and I go search your information and I go search a little credit score and I go search all this information. Now I just gave those companies your information. And so what those companies do is those companies then turn their information over to another company and so forth and so forth and so forth. Now what this does is they start sending out robocalls to your phone. So if you notice that you started getting a lot or extra more robocalls on your phone, it's probably because some of these cultural finance guru dudes and some of these dudes is around here checking your information. And they might even have something on you. Now, this goes way far and beyond me, but they know who they are. And they know what they've been doing. But I'm gonna tell you right now, you go hands off the Aboriginal community. Now, matter of fact, you gonna hands off the whole community because your days is up. Your juicy days when everybody was asleep and then nobody know nothing about this stuff. When everybody walking around talking about their religion, and see, one of the trick is that they play is that they keep you focused on dumb things. They keep you focused on the foreigners. They keep you focused on the white man. Now, and this is a special trick, is because now I can come in and clean cyber rob you. I can come in and clean cyber rob you, and you're gonna think, oh, it's the white man. Or you're gonna think this, and this is what they're doing. They're robbing the community cyberly because they're taking your information. But like I say, the one way to detect it is start monitoring your robocalls. Start monitoring your robocalls. Every time you get a robocall, just write it on a date. And if it start amping up, that's one of these no name, no face behind the scene, or whatever they want to call themselves. And some of them even out there in the public. And I'm gonna show you one of the traps that I set for them. And you gonna understand. You're gonna start to understand a little bit how I did it. Now, so this is and that's something that's very important, brothers and sisters. And they out here. And they've been out here. And this is like a full-time job for these dudes. They get paid money off your information. Going around these communities, taking people information and going out and getting little lines with them and getting all this little shit and all this little shit. Like half the stuff they be talking about, the shit doesn't exist because they be changing the name. And so this is why a lot of people don't detect it, and this is why a lot of people don't know what's going on, because there's an actual real name for it. It might be called a Latimer account, and they will go online and say, oh yeah, man, we can get you a Buff D account. They changed the name to make it sound glittery for the black community. And the black community is so focused on foreigners and so focused on white people, we not even realizing that it's our own people, and some of these finance cult guys in the background around here asking people for their names, asking people for all their information, and doing the shit slick on the slide. And these are the people these are one of the reasons why you can't go nowhere. Just one. Now, and like I say, the trick is to keep your eyes on the white man and keep your eyes on the foreigners while these dudes cyber rob you. Now, a lot of these dudes in the Aborigine community that's been around for a while, a lot of them are aware of this. A lot of them knows this. So your favorite YouTuber and your favorite Aborigine channel, chances are some of them know it. But a lot of people don't know it is because, see, a lot of people are not real computer illiterate. So they play on that. They play on that. Now, like I said before, is the trick is to keep your mind on white people. Cause you notice how people say, well, the friend of my enemy, no, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. You notice how people say that? But see, they don't live that. You see, they don't live that. Because if the so-called white man is your enemy and his enemy is the Chinese man, then that means the Chinese man your friend. But no, the Chinese man is your enemy. And so then the Chinese man enemy is the white man. So that means the white man is your friend. So it's like, no, we ain't got no friends. So how does that work? If you got an enemy and everybody you're them, like the mathematics and none of that shit really works. But see, what you need to understand is that the white man might look at you as an enemy, but the white man will still do business with you. You see, a lot of these dudes and a lot of these races or whatever, they still do business with each other. No matter if they're enemies, you got two countries that can go to war with each other and will still do business on the side. But see, these dudes don't know how to do business. What they should be doing is they should be out there doing business on the behalf of our community. But instead of that, they're in our business, selling it and doing other things with our information. It ain't gonna happen. Okay? Your heydays is over. Y'all know who I'm talking to. And y'all can try all that bully shit if you want to, bro. Straight up. If you know what I'm saying? I'm not inviting it or inciting it. But hey, whatever you can do. But anyway, and so but the person who you think is around here funny is the person who's been protecting your little black ass. Okay? The person who's really trying to get some tangible shit around here. You the motherfuckers that's trying to hang the nigga. But the people you should be hanging and the people you should be going to jail is these consultant ass guru dudes and these weird ass shit. Now, I gotta go on a quick break, and after this break, I'm gonna show y'all one of the traps that I set and how a lot of these dudes start coming. Now, one of the points I was trying to make is that we can't keep focusing. We have to focus on inwards. We have to turn our information inwards. Because what they have done is they have made a culture to look outwards. So we looking at everybody and we looking at everybody and we around here blind to the fact that the dude behind me is out there, sniffing around, taking my credit, sniffing around, checking your information, sniffing around. They got your dead grandma with a goddamn new Cadillac and shit. I mean, like it's like it gets weird. Okay? Now, I don't have the whole lot of history, but I have enough information to detect what's going on. And so I'm going to go on this quick little break real quick. And then when I come back, I'm going to show you one of the traps that I set for these dudes. But also I want to let you know is that, when I go on this quick break, I'm going to set the trap. I'm going to show you the trap that I set. And also what I want you to understand is that, we need to turn inwards. You notice nobody's do videos on violence in our community. Nobody do videos on, child molestation in our community. Nobody do videos. It's like we don't even care about us. It's like we care. We know more about the white man and what they did last night than what we did last night. We know more about the Chinese man and what the Mexicans did last night than what we did last night. We don't make videos about child molestation in our hood, prostitution in our hood, drug dealers, gang violence, all this stuff that's in our hood that we need to be talking about and trying to figure out how to do something about. But they say, oh, bro, if you dare talk about the black community, you a coon. Well, how the fuck you supposed to fix the black community if you sitting there talking about everybody else's community the whole time? So, but I'm gonna go ahead and leave you on that note. I'm gonna be right back, and then we gonna get it in.
OriginalTribalWare.com originaltribalware.com.
Originaltribalware.com.
Originaltribalware.com. Originaltribalware.com. Originaltribalware.com.
Pay 2 Wash Tape relatives. Want to give a big shout out to Original Tribal Wear.
Originaltribalware.com.
Big shout out to Mohawk. Make sure you guys are out there supporting. Make sure you go visit the website. Make sure you're rocking your feathers and your Aboriginal shirts. Got hats, hoodies, everything you need, man. We say we're original out here, so let's support originals out here.
Originaltribalware.com. Originaltribalware.com.
Let's go ahead and let's get it in, because I'm gonna go ahead and make this short. Okay, now, I can't see the chat room during this time, so you're gonna have to excuse me. So big up to everybody in the chat room, and also, yeah, matter of fact, I'm glad you're in the room, Auntie. I need to holler at you. We got something big going down in Nashville, Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? If we got some people that's, what I'm saying, that's actually from there or live there, you know what I'm saying, we definitely going to need some of your input of where we're going to start putting these factories at, because we're now in a situation where we are planning and constructing our first factory, where we are in a planning stage. So we already manifested. So now we in a planning stage, and then after we get to the planning stage, then we have to get to the construction stage. So right now we're planning some things in Tennessee and Nashville, Tennessee, and we got some good things coming to that area as well. But I cannot see the chat. But now let me give you some insight on some of the traps and some of the things that we set. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take you back to one of the first time on our YouTube stream that we started advertising businesses. Now, see, one of the first time we started advertising businesses, if you go back on the Tribe Up channel, it's called Original News. Now, understand, Chief Ether was originally supposed to be the original news host, but he couldn't do it for, you know what I'm saying, because he got, you know what I'm saying, he busy, he got stuff he had to do. So then I stepped up, and I was, it's supposed to be replaced by somebody who want the job. But people started, some people got a little used to me and anything, and so I just go with it. But if you are interested in being Original People News, cast or whatever, please contact me, datadog33gmail.com, ccda at 5000elite.com. So one of the videos I did, and I talked to Chief Holiday about this, because we was going back and forth with the Pan Africans during this time. And so what I decided to do is I decided to, I was picking and poking at the Pan Africans a little bit, and so they had this little stuff they was going on, this little, I don't want to call it a scam, because I don't know, but it's just some weird shit they got coming on when they selling people's trade lines, and they selling people free shit. It's basically a bunch of free shit. A trade line ain't nothing but a little application. You can go to bestbuy.com, you just fill out an application, and that's it. So they selling people this stuff, and so I did a video called Moving Forward / Trade Lines and More. And this is one of the first videos, and I actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mute it. And so what I actually did is I advertised. This was the first time I advertised the business. Now, I knew the effect of advertising the business, because some people was going to think that we're making money. And so this was a little poke at the Pan-Africans, but it was also a trap for these financial cult as weirdos. Okay, now you're gonna be seeing words coming across the screen. You can see words coming across the screen. Aboriginal Consulting. Okay, it's called Aboriginal Consulting. Now, this was one of the first times that we ever advertised a business on. Now, this was shortly after Ducateers, because keep in mind, Ducateers came on, I think 3 shows before this one. Because now Deep Ducateers is one of the guys. He will be like a conscious community whistleblower. Because when they was making the conscious community and they was constructing this little cult that they got a lot of you dudes in, they approached Ducateers and wanted him to be a part of it. And so Ducateers was like, no, I don't want to be a part of that shit. That shit's satanic or whatever. So he didn't want to be a part of it. So he speak out against what they did to our community and what they're doing to our community. And he was one of the guests on our show, and it was actually one of the hottest videos we ever did. Now, shortly after that, I spoke with the guy on the phone for hours before the show. I still have his phone number, and so he will be considered a conscious community whistleblower. Now, soon after that, we started advertising businesses. And so we started giving away the free stuff. We started giving away trade lines free. Now keep in mind, they're over there, they're selling them. They'll give you $100 for a trade line. They're selling them. So what we was doing, and Aboriginal Consulting and the people we was working with, now what we was doing is we was able to give you on like a couple of dollars, or we was able to give it to you for free. Okay? For free. Now, we knew how this was going to work. And then you would notice, shortly after that, you're going to notice who showed up on our doorstep. Now, I'm a calculated guy. So I don't really believe in coincidences like that. You see what I'm saying? Timing is a lot. It's not everything, but it's up there with everything. Okay? Now, timing is a lot. Now, guess who showed up on our doorstep shortly after me advertising Aboriginal Consulting? And what is the odds that whoever showed up does the same exact thing as Aboriginal Consulting? Like what is the odds? Like is that a, you know what I'm saying? Is that a coincidence, bro? Is that a coincidence? I don't know. Maybe it is. Some people, I guess, But anyway, and so this is what you need to understand. Okay? That these guys, they roll together over your Aboriginal lineage, over their family, over anything. They stick together. And this is what you need to understand. But I'm going to let you know now, y'all days are over. Hands off this community. You don't deserve to be here anymore because you had a chance to build something. You had a chance to make something. You had a chance to do something good. But instead, you choose to make the people look over there while you rob them and you trick them. Look, I'm gonna let you know now. Look, I'm just gonna say it like this because I'm not into the threats. I'm gonna say it like this. If you're a member of the 5,000 Elite, okay. Now I'm not saying that somebody's after your information in 5,000 Elite. All I'm just saying is that they better not do that shit to us. Okay, they better not do that shit to us because they out there. They in everybody's chat room. Now they in everybody's chat room, and I actually thought that young Pharaoh and Seti was going to expose them. That's what I actually thought. I actually thought that they was going to that they was going to expose these dudes. But they went off on some religious tangent and they went off on something way different or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Peace. Wanagi in the building. How you doing? V in the building. How you doing? Sir, Black Lotus in the building. Now, matter of fact, that brings me to Black Lotus too. That brings me to Black Lotus too, cause Black Lotus another dude that go far back, but he's not no consultant. He's not in that to consulting shit. You see what I'm saying? Oh, hold on. Let me take that off. And peace Zoe Taylor out there. So is that an agent? Is that what you guys mean by agents? Is that an actual agent, or you guys, or is it a police thing? So is an agent is like one of these guru guys that snipping people credit and shit, or is an agent somebody who's attached to the police? Because I never really got the agent part, because anybody can be a goddamn agent. You know what I'm saying? Nobody passed that damn shit the way people use the word. So is an agent is the people going behind our back, getting our information, checking our credit score, Googling our shit, Google Earthing our places and all this shit. Is that an agent, or is that just a nosy bastard? You know what I'm saying? But I thought an agent was attached to the police anyway. But anyway, so anyway, shortly after that, you know what I'm saying, the conscious community whistleblower house showed up. You know, we had got him on. Then shortly after that, we started advertising business, and we started advertising a consulting business. And then shortly after that, these mysterious ass, dudes just randomly just popped up, on this finance guru bullshit. Okay. And shit you not, they tracking people's credit, doing whatever shit behind everybody's back. Okay, you caught. But I'm gonna tell you right now, you fucking with the 5,000 elite, you going to jail, bro. Now some of these loose people out here, now if they able to come to me, you going to jail. But I'm telling you right now, if you know somebody in the 5,000 elite, if you know them, you better leave them alone. Okay? Now you can go to everybody else's chat room, but this chat room right here and our shit is off limits. Okay? It's off limits. Keep it moving. Cause you're not gonna do that here. You got a whole, field out there to play with. You got a whole group of people, a whole sea of people out there to play with. But this chat room, Tribe Up chat room, 5,000 elite, leave it alone. Keep it pushing, bro. Keep it moving. It ain't gonna happen. I know exactly what you guys are doing. You guys fell for every dumbass trap that I set for you. You fell for every trap. It's like you couldn't even avoid it. Like y'all dudes are so calculated, y'all have no idea what the hell y'all doing. Y'all have no idea. And I'm not the type of dude that'll try to sneak behind and get people sneaky in jail and shit. And but if somebody come to me and they say, hey bro, man, I've been getting a lot of phone calls lately, man. You know what I'm saying? I got Rachel from Cardholder Service calling me every 5 minutes. I got Google calling me every 5 minutes. I got all these weird ass numbers calling me every 5 or 10 minutes. Yo, what? Y'all niggas is going to jail. So keep it moving out of this chat room. Now, another thing I want to talk about before we go on another quick break is that now a lot of these dudes in these communities, a lot of them know what's going on. But I don't know if it's some weird ass oath taking shit or some goat riding shit or some stupid shit. I don't know what it is. But they cling together and they stick together through thick and thin. Now, like I said, I originally thought Young Pharaoh was going to come out and expose them. And I was waiting on the day, but I don't even think he even understand. I don't even think he even know about it. But I do. And they are in the community, and they are threatening our community. And they roll secret as hell. Now, shortly after that, I had a conversation with Dane Calloway live on air. And he was telling me that I had a podcast. Now I know what a podcast is and how podcasts work, but I wasn't consciously, trying to make a podcast or anything like that. And and the day that he went live, the day that Dane Calloway went live, and he had all that money coming up, it was like Tetris. It was like raining money. The Pan Africans was watching, and guess who else was watching? The Aboriginals. Some of these Aboriginals, they was watching. That day he went live, and it was just floating money. It was just raining. Them Aboriginals was watching, and some of them Pan Africans was watching, and some of them Pan Africans flipped just like that. Some of them Pan Africans flipped just like that. Now hold on one second. Hold on one second. Now, some of these dudes flipped just like that. Aboriginal, just like that. They was watching. And so now when we did the interview with Black Lotus, and you see how Black Lotus was gradually changing through the years. That's normal. That's called, coming into thyself. You're getting to understand the world. You're getting to understand the world gradually. So he was gradually leaving that Egyptian stuff and leaving a lot of that stuff alone. But it's weird as hell when you wake up a Pan-African and you go to sleep an Aboriginal. That's weird. Like that's abnormal. And this exactly what a lot of these dudes did. They switched their names. Motherfucker went from high root, top root to original such and such and such like overnight. Now, and we all watched it. And we all welcome it. And we all welcome it, but it's weird and it's not normal. Now we can understand you gradually coming into the knowledge. Now shortly after, like I say, shortly after we had Duketeers, we started advertising businesses. Now we seen who showed up because we already knew who was going to show. We didn't know who was going to show up, but we knew some people was going to snip some money around here. And right on cue, they showed up. Now, when Dane Calloway went live and everybody saw all that money raising, this right here started a whole new culture. Just watching his money raise. So everybody wanted that. Even some of the Aboriginals and even some of the Pan-Africans that is now Aboriginal, they wanted that. They saw the power of the Aboriginal people. They saw the power of the Aboriginal movement. And a lot of the dudes was jealous. So a lot of people started attacking Dane Calloway. For whatever reason, he never said nothing about nobody. So one day he appeared on the show. And he told me, he was like, hey, Ty, man, you created something, man. He was like, you got a little podcast. He was like, man, if you take this stuff real seriously and you dot your T's, and you cross your T's and you dot your I's and you do everything right. He was like, man, you can have something real powerful. I was like, man, I ain't worrying about that little stuff, man. I'm not trying to be on YouTube. I'm trying to be YouTube. I'm in competition with YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So we got to talking. Now, guess who showed up shortly after that? See, timing is a lot. It's not everything, but it's up there. Now, guess who showed up after that? Now, understand what's going on. And you might not even get it. You might not understand. It might be somebody 40 years from now or 20 years from now, or it might be one of your kids that understand what I'm saying. But I'm putting it out, and I'm putting it out there on record to let y'all know that these finance cult, goat riding, weird ass motherfuckers is out here. And they got bread. They got bread. They pockets ain't hurt. because they can just go dig in yours anytime they feel like it. Now, I know a lot of people not going to understand what I'm saying, and it's going to go way over the people's head, but I got to get this out. Now, the 5,000 Elite, we in this community, and we here to stay. So we going to have to clean this place up because it's grimy out here. Now it might make us look like we some type of agent or whatever the fucking paint, whatever picture y'all want to paint of us. But tangible shit versus, emotional talk, it's two different things. You got the physical and you got the mental. The people that's into the physical is going to mess with the physical. The people that want the mental stimulation, they're going to mess with the mental stimulation. I ain't got to play off your emotions, and I'm not, and I don't want like playing off people's fears. I'd rather play off what's right and what's wrong. But it's time to clean up the neighborhood, because we can't go nowhere. We can't move forward with all these cult following tricksters all in the background, checking everybody's credit, got everybody's information, asking motherfuckers for passwords and all types of weird shit. And before I go, I want to talk about, these guys coming in the community not knowing what the hell they're doing. Now, if you're hanging out on their websites and you start getting a lot of phone calls and shit, it's probably because they don't know what they're doing. Peace, Joe 47 in the building. Auntie, I need to holler at you. I'm gonna try to see if I can get your email, because we got something going for Nashville, Tennessee. We got a big project coming up for Nashville, Tennessee, and we know you holding it. We know you holding it down over there. So I'm gonna definitely need to holler at you on that. We got Zoe Taylor in the building. Peace. Shout out to everybody in the building. Joe said, what the hell is going on? What's going on is that these finance cult dudes and these finance, cult dudes has been in our community and in the black community for a long ass time, and they've been cyber stealing people's information. They've been checking people's credit. They've been making trade lines in people's names, and they doing all this slick, this little slick shit. I don't know how to do it, so I can't really explain all the little loopholes and all the little tricky shit that they know how to do. But they taking all our information. And one of the ways y'all got to understand they can get these information is from these websites. They don't know how to build and make websites. They don't know how to do it. They're trying to appear and they're trying to do it. Now, I'm not trying to shit on nobody, because this is a safety issue. Shaylu Way in the building. How you doing? Where you been? How you doing? Because this is a safety issue. You cannot have our information going 9 different ways. They got to account with this person. They got to account with that person. They got to account with the streaming company. They got to account with the host. They got to account with the software. They got all these different accounts. And each account, all your information, your IP address, your literally GPS, all the way down to the software that you're using is going to 6, 7, 8 different companies. And all these 8 different companies is taking your information and they selling it to other companies. This is a security hazard. These dudes don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what they're doing. Bro, this is a security. You're literally handing our community on a plate to these people. You're literally giving them all our information willingly with all these accounts and shit. But you know what? Like I said, a lot of people might not understand what I'm saying. But I just want to let you know there's somebody out here that understand. There's somebody out here, Ron Redbird in the building. There's somebody out here that know what's going on. And I can't protect everybody. And I wish I could. But at least for the small group we hang around with, and the small group we, at least I can try it. So I need everybody to pay attention to your robocalls. Anytime you get a robocall, check how often you're getting. Because if you're hanging out on these websites and your information is going to 9 different companies, then chances are they're selling your information. Each one of these companies is selling your information to other companies and other companies and other companies. And then what that then turns into, then you turn into data. And what the data, they turn you electronic. And so what your information does is your information goes inside the robocall department or whatever, and they just give you random ass calls. Now, see, I know this because my robocall's been amping up. Now, I've been getting robocalls for a lot because I'm always trying some shit. I'm always doing something. So I usually get them. But they've been amping up. They've been already amped up. So they already got me. They already know my credit score. They already know everything about me already. And as you can see, I ain't got shit to hide. All you can do is ask me. I ain't scared and I ain't got shit to hide. You already know everything about me. They already done Google my shit. They already done put my shit into these little websites where they searching people's history and they searching people's records and they doing all this shit. Bro. Why don't you do that to them, man? Why are y'all doing that to us, man? What did we do to y'all? Do you literally think you own us? Because I'm black and you black, well, you think you're my master? Why don't you do that shit to them? Go to their neighborhoods and do that shit. Now, I'm not encouraging it. I'm saying, like, why us? If you got to do it to somebody, go to their neighborhood and go get their credit and go check their credit and buy shit and do whatever the hell you do with their shit. I'm your boy, Ty Data, coming at you from Minneapolis, Minnesota. If you're in this community and you understand what I'm saying, check your robocalls. And if you are getting obscene robocalls, chances are you probably been hanging out on these sites and shit. Or one of them you probably alert one of them. Maybe you piss one of them off, or you've been hanging around one of them, and they did a whole investigation, credit score, trade line, whole little investigation thing on you. Now, this don't necessarily mean that they went out and brought a Cadillac in your name. This don't necessarily mean that they're ciphering money out of your bank account. This don't mean that. What this means is that these guys have a cult-like following, and they're in our community, and they probably pick and choose tools and fuse of who they gonna get. Now, see, I'm not in the culture, so I don't know the slick shit, but I have heard them say some stuff and clarify it to our community for something different. Like they would literally take something called a push and key turn, right? Oh, you need to get your push and key turn. They would literally come on camera and they would call it a band bracket or something. They would literally change the name to glorify it. They would say, "Oh yeah, man, y'all need to get y'all some band brackets, man. This little band bracket application, man, y'all need to get this and blah blah." I literally seen them do this before. And you know who they is. Because they got these little weird ass consulting jobs, or they background as hell, or they in the back as hell, and they know everything. Now this is the killing part. They know everything. But they not really doing anything tangible for the community. Now you can focus in on them foreigners if you want to and turn your back on these dudes if you want to. You can focus in on these white people and you can turn your back on these dudes if you want to. But I'm not. And I can't do it. I can't allow them to come into the community like that and juice the community so bogus like that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. If anybody got any questions, y'all know where the family, y'all can call me. But like I say, check your information. And if you hanging around them, then they already got your information. That don't mean they gonna do something bogus with it, but you best believe they got it. So this is your boy, Tyron Vital, aka Tad Data, the Cyborg, from Minneapolis, Minnesota, and I'm signing off. Love you. Peace.